Questions channel. Questions channel. Estás baixo do Patreon.
Ok.
Ok, we are.
Isto é para nós só, certo?
É só SplitSecond members.
We should be live. Okay, it has a really weird window because it will parar a transmissão. Starting. It's not using the image for some reason. Okay, it's using the image. It started. Okay, I'm going to.
I still can't see it.
It's public. Now it's public. Now you should be able to see it. We're live with like 1 minute. That is completely. We should. I hope we can edit out the minute. Can you see it now? There's a split-second image. It's just the Sol Ring. It should be a new link. Sorry, but you can just go to the channel. I think.
Okay, I can see it.
Okay, we are live, so you can say you can spread the word that we're live.
Okay.
Have you sent the announcement?
The Twitter. I'm waiting for the link. Okay, now it's. I can see it now.
No, on the general, saying that we're now live.
I'm going to publish it on Facebook as well.
Okay. It's kind of weird that we can't start like at a given time, so it's going to show like bits that don't really matter.
There's probably a way to do it.
Yeah, there's probably a way to cut afterwards.
Yeah.
Not even we could even re-upload if necessary.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's fine. It's not for stream.
So we have everything. We can tell people. Yeah, we have 4 people looking at it. It should be the 4 of us, maybe someone else.
Just the 2 of us.
I'm going to need.
Do you want to get a song going?
Music? I don't think we have to. I'm going to need
only if you want to.
We need something with open copyright. We can have David singing. Okay, we have 7 people online, so we can finally start. I'm going to kill the banner. David for some reason moved on the window because OBS is being OBS. Okay, hello everyone. I'm not gonna say good night. It's night in Portugal, but Luis is not drinking wine on live TV. Hello everyone, we are SplitSecond. I'm Skada, and I'm joined today with the rest of the team, which is Luis Brandão, Balroy, and David Lopes, the disembodied version of David Lopes. And this stream, the goal to this stream is not only to do the Watchtower 100 giveaway that Paula is over there, and it's still packaged, so we're not going to pull it out to show you guys. But we're also going to do a Q&A, and we also received from Arenaport the LGS that gave us the Watchtower 100 other cards to give away later. But we have decided to add the Reliquary Tower from the Bring a Friend. I think it was Ikoria. I think it's Ikoria. I also have it here. It's this Reliquary Tower. We're also going to give this one away along with the box that our patron gets. So David is we're going to get the whole patron thing out of the way. David is going to open a randomizer on his browser and show you guys that we have the 15 patrons there.
Let me just not screw this up.
Yeah, don't show us any adult content or your weird anime.
Just give me 1 second.
That's the same thing.
Yeah, redundant.
Share your screen. Change windows.
I just hope this does not kill like OBS. Oh, it's doing something.
William needs advice.
It's all gray now. We might be getting there. Is it showing up in your screen?
It's showing up in my screen, yes.
Oh boy. OBSing. Yeah, but your live is it's completely gray on my screen. What about you guys?
Can you guys see it?
Mine as well. It's gray.
Okay, then how can we do this?
You can see my mouse there. So let me see.
No, we can't see your mouse. It just shows a live box, a gray live box.
Maybe while you guys are working that out, we can.
Yeah, we could start with the questions if this is not working out.
Yeah, David can work that out while we get questions if anyone has any.
By the way, last time, I don't know if there's any questions. I won't be able to see them because my Java decided to kill, and that's why we had some trouble. It killed itself. I just wanted to bring up again, like we did last time with this project. Like we started SplitSecond because we wanted to show high tier / strong / competitive decks that are not necessarily under the radar of a lot of people. We wanted to show different, that's basically our mission. We wanted to show different decks, different ideas, and try to bring some more life, to breathe some life into ADH. So that's something we really want everyone to have in mind when they join our channel. I know that some casual players might think it's like super competitive and not be super attracted to it. As CADH players, sometimes we'll be like, why is this deck being played as CADH? But we are walking that fine line between high power and competitive. No, not the fine line.
Okay. No, it is. I'm sorry. Just I was thinking about Johnny Cash.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Well, we already have like some questions. By the way, David is cosplaying as our playmate.
Yeah, right now.
By the way, shout outs to Pedro. Our playmate is awesome. It's really cool.
You can.
We got you guys. Like
we're gonna disappear for like just a second. Not us. We're gonna still be stalking. I'm gonna put an image, a frozen image, just so we can try and work out David's screen to do the raffle. Okay, we'll still be talking.
Okay.
Yeah, we can still. Okay. You can ask the questions.
Sure. I'm gonna talk to William Howard, who's asking for advice on send triplets and also Kenrith the King. Well, send triplets, we have our resident expert who's played. I've never played the deck, but he's played it a bunch. So I'm sure. Do you have any concrete questions about it, or do you just want like general ideas on the deck?
That question.
My impression of Kenrith is that no matter what you do with it, it's gonna be fucking busted. So
yeah.
But we can help out with some maybe some combo ideas or something.
I do agree about the Kenrith thing that he's completely, I think Kenrith does everything and however he wants. So where is that question, by the way? Oh, questions channel. Okay.
Yes, he's trying to upgrade it. Trying to figure out how to get it to a power level 9, and also have fun and steal stuff. Okay, so I'm guessing this is about send triplets. Do you want to take this one, Pedro, since you're the
send triplets
resident degenerate?
Wow. My thing with send triplets is that you have to start with, like, if you want to bring it to the top of the table, you have to start with what are the best win cons on Esper, and obviously the answer will be consultation lines with Thassa's Oracle and all of that. Then you have to put send triplets side by side with Zur and Aminato, which in my opinion are the strongest Esper commanders. And what you have to do, in my opinion, is look at send triplets and try to figure out what about their disruptive nature really can help you get the game plan going. So, for instance, if you're going for send triplets, you obviously want to try and disrupt the other people's hands. You probably want a lot of fast mana, along with some stacks cards or hate cards that can slow people down long enough so that you can hit centriplets on the table and you can start checking their hands. You also might want to try an approach that affects other people's game plan. I don't know what your meta is like, but if you can, if your meta has a lot of Thassa's Oracle consultation players, you can use centriplets and cards like Praetor's Grasp to remove those options from their hands, and you get them yourself. And you can further that disruption with a few other thief cards, depending on what the meta is. You can consider Thada Adel. That's basically, I think, what you want to do. Like there's you have to pick the centriplets and think what can they bring that Zer does not bring or Aminato does not bring. Aminato brings a lot of disruption through permanence, and Zer brings being able to tutor really fast and getting necropotence. So for centriplets you want disruption as well, like Aminato, but probably more deck disruption or if possible hand disruption.
Can I jump in with a follow-up question? Just to complete your answer.
I'm just going to
refresh.
Go ahead. I'm just going to refresh this. Okay, I'm up.
So he might not be interested in a consultation Oracle WinCon. So what are like some of the options you have in those, for example, in centriplets to actually win the game? Because I'm trying to think, like, there's nothing that's like super synergistic without commander, right? You just have to like go for one of the more commander agnostic WinCons.
Commander agnostic WinCons?
Yes. WinCons that can fit into those colors, but don't necessarily synergize with commander. For example.
No, that's definitely what I was trying to say. Like, if you want to bring it to Power 9, you have to have the best WinCons, in my opinion, and those are consult lines for sure. On those colors, I think it's consult lines. Although
I know, but he mentioned the Power level 9, so I thought maybe he wanted like something different. So.
I think to bring it to a 9, you might have to go with those lines. I'm going to refresh it. I think I have to refresh the vid stream every time he changes a screen. That's why it's been a little troublesome. Sorry. About the centriplets, I think you could look into locks as well. If you like, when I played centriplets 2 years ago, I had locks like knowledge pool locks, and you have Lavinia now, which makes it better. You could have Dovescape locks. You could look into maybe. You could look into Cobblepot's ideas for Dovescape, Tayam lines to go there. Tayam, yeah. You can maybe, instead of going for consultation, but you'll always realize that you might be taking too many turns to reach the conclusion that the best WinCons are obviously Tainted Pact, Consultation, etc. I think what you want to do is, instead of, since it's slower and centriplets doesn't bring anything except maybe tutors from other people's hands, you'll want maybe a way to check people's draws or a way to check people's hands without giving your own away, and start using centriplets as a way to get tutors from other people's hands or forcing them to use their own tutors and use them as a disruption tool. While Aminato uses other cards as disruption, centriplet is already very disruptive. And I think that was probably what I would do. I don't know if that helps or if you have follow-up questions. I'm going to refresh for a second.
That was just like the fairy master of time. Like this card,
he said
probably fits in pretty well into centriplets. You have that booty to defend it with, and it's probably a good thing. You just win the game if you take two turns. So.
Okay, we are back. We're not back. Oh my god, I have some really annoying trouble here. How do I make this?
Right.
Well,
the stream is right.
I'm just going.
I could see it.
I'm just gonna. No, it swapped the vid's place with mine. Yeah, OBS is being like a real piece of work. I'm really.
Computers suck, guys. Like if you
technology is garbage. This is why.
It fucking sucks.
Technology. We should all be under a rock. Come on, guys. Oh yeah. Oh wait. I know. I think I know what I have to do. Wait.
He's trying to upgrade.
Yeah, I think I know what I have to do. Can I change the position of this guy? I can't.
Y'all just boomers. So come on.
I'm not a boomer. Come on, guy. I am under attack. Oh wait. Dirt. Wow.
Computer says no.
Yeah, I'm a boomer. I said I wasn't, but
okay.
I definitely am.
We have. Let me just keep up with the questions because we're getting some more. So, Tayam Devoted Druid combo. I believe we have someone play Tayam in one of our games.
Nope, we never played Tayam.
Tayam's the one that you can pay 3 mana to bring back all permanents. That's something.
No, Tayam is from Ikoria. He gives whenever I have him right here. Actually, I have him out because I don't have enough pages in my folder to put him.
No, I was right. You remove 3 counters and you mill 3.
Yeah.
And you return a permanent.
A permanent, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. That's the one I was thinking of. Okay. No, I haven't considered this thing. I know you can do some stuff with infinite mana. I think.
No, you have some outlets. I know you have some outlets. We haven't tried him yet. I kind of like the idea behind him, but I haven't seen a list that I liked yet. So if you have like a list for us, you could share it.
Yeah, feel free to share.
Yeah, because I tried like a list shared from people on the channel this week, and it really helps us to have more lists. So I stopped playing Mass Land Destruction.
Yeah, I missed a question from Light. Favorite commander and why? I believe we've answered this before, but mine was Gitrog. At this point, it might be Hapatra. The jury's still out. Peter, what about you?
Why? But why? It didn't say why. Come on.
Well, it's a Patra.
Yeah.
She's fucking sick, man. Someone said in our comments that it's like the Mystic Remoria for creatures, and it's kind of right.
Yeah.
Like.
Yeah. People don't want to play dorks into it. Balkan can go next.
I guess like favorite it will still be Edric, and I mean Edric, Edric, Kalia, and Darian would be my pet commanders, I guess.
I'm a
We're getting a solid nod approval from Peter.
I'm a degenerate. David?
Right now it will be Moldrotha, and I hope in the near future it will be Kina.
Oh god.
Boring. No, I'm not gonna.
No, it's not
gonna judge you. I think if you build Kinan in a certain way, he might be fun. I just don't like Kinan decks that don't do anything except try to win and don't have interaction. Yeah, it depends on how you build. Actually, my favorite decks, the top 2 remain the same. It's Aurelia War Leader as a Boros Stacks deck. Even though I've seen Winota, I still feel like the type of value that Aurelia brings is different and has less board commitment. I love Aminato because she does everything. I love Aminato so much that I can't build a deck for her. There are too many cards that I want to play on her.
Build 2 decks.
Yeah,
Aminato is sick.
It's really hard to. There's like people usually like on competitive level they build her with. Really, they barely use her, and there are so many good ways to use her. And recently, I've discovered Mono Green Omnath, and I actually really like him. It's one of the most fun I've had playing in a while. So those would be my top with Aurelia.
If you're kind of bored of the more normal commanders and you want to try something spicy, just build a monocolored commander. It's always so fun.
Yeah. Even the Reti was like a really fun experience because you have a worse card pool in a way, so you're forced to get really creative in order to be able to compete. It's really fun.
Yeah. It's frustrating when someone, like you're playing mono black and someone puts a Deafening Silence and Bithini,
When did that happen? I don't know.
I just pulled out a simple out of thin
there.
The restrictions usually breed creativity and, it's fun. Try it. The next question was, sorry, I kind of time combo. Oh, right. What are our favorite pet cards?
I think
why don't you go first, Peter?
pet cards. Favorite pet cards. I think it's no secret that I have an abnormal love for Emrakul, the Promised Land. I try to fit her into way more things than I should, and I still love it. And that aside, my absolute favorite ADH card that I never get to play is Villainous Wealth. I just like taking stuff from other people. I just love like taking their lands, taking their turns, taking their permanents. I just like to. I think people get really. It's not offended, but it's like it hits them really hard when you take their stuff. Like when you Gillidrake something, you can already get that feeling, and when you're taking like 10 cards from their library, comboing on their, like when they take their turn with Emrakul and you combo with their own deck, except you can kill them with their own combo. I think it's amazing. Luis?
Pet cards, like I really like to put Yisan and stuff. I think he's a really cool way to add a toolbox.
Which one?
I like toolboxy cards. Yisan.
Oh, Yisan, yeah.
The Wandering Bard.
Yeah.
I actually think he's really good. Like, it's not just a meme. Like, you can seriously consider, especially when there's like, when you're not playing in mono green, there's so many busted targets to get now. Like, you can use Yisan to get the Darkside Extortionist, which is like the most busted creature in EDH. Like those sorts of stuff. Like Yisan just gets better every expansion, and I think he's really cool to play. That's probably, off the top of my head, that's probably the first pet card, but I have a lot.
I thought you'd say Crop Rotation.
That's not a pet card, that's just like...
You put it everywhere.
Well, because Cradle is a good magic card, man.
Yeah.
Gotta get your... and Cradle, oh right, Emergence Zone. Cradle plus Emergence Zone. Play that in fucking everything. Especially if you...
I'm playing mono white. Yeah, Asher Barons. Yeah, you love Asher Barons as well. I think
Asher Barons is great because it's one of the fetch lands that goes around, but
yeah,
it's really good.
What about you?
Yeah, Crop Rotation plus Emergence Zone, especially if you play Necropotence. Yes, Paul.
Yeah.
David, maybe I haven't thought about it.
I was going to say Birthing Pod, but then we talked about Ethan. Birthing Pod is just a great card. It's not like I couldn't say it's a pet card because it's so good. Everyone should play it. But that's it. From my memory, that's the first one that I thought of. Birthing Pod.
You're on the corner, Ball. Come on.
No idea. Like, not a pet card, but something I like to. Some of you know from the LGS, just random stuff. That's nice. Like some cards I like to use on my. For example, the wish board are the ones that change the color of a permanent into another one. It's not like a pet card, but it's something. So some backstory for some of you that might not know. On our LGS, we are allowed to have 10 cards that belong to a wish board that we can get access with the wish cards and cards and stuff like that. So I used to play like Cunning Wish, and in all of the wish boards I used to play, I used to have at least one of those cards that would change the permanent or name or color, so I could like turn a Urborg into all lands become islands, or a Blood Moon in all lands become islands, stuff like that. It's not like a pet card, but something I like to get into those kind of wish boards.
Yeah, I want to say Karn as well. I really love Karn. I didn't say it because of the wish board, but having Karn and having any wish board, it's so good.
Wish boards are amazing. That's like the number one thing I miss about playing in LGS,
yeah.
And especially with Karn, it's great. Don't like make Mycosynthetis. Yeah, it's kind of annoying, but most of the time you don't even have enough mana to get it. You get something else.
Or you can't defend the card.
Yeah,
you can even defend the card a lot of the times, and you have to think about the other cards and how they affect. And it's really the wish board gives more depth to your deck, in my opinion.
Yeah, if any of you guys play Pioneer or Standard, actually, there's a lot of decks that you can like play with a wishboard now, thanks to Fae of Wishes and Karn, and you know if you've played those decks that it's really cool to be able to just like from the moment you're deck building to think how I'm going to handle this situation. Then you just have a tutor to get those things, and it's really cool.
Yeah. Okay.
People usually like things.
Let's just go ahead and do the raffle. So to recap, we're going. David's window right now has all the names of our patrons, the 15 patrons. We're going to give away Watchtower 100 and a Reliquary Tower. I'm going to show it again. This one, it's mirrored, of course, but it's pretty cute. So we have all the 15 names there, and we're just going to randomize. Go ahead, David. I think, and the first name, and we'll do like the top 3. The first, we give like a week for the first one to reply. If it doesn't, then we move to the second name, etc. But it should be claimed really fast. So let's go and see who wins.
Just pressing randomize, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I hope so.
Boomers.
I hope so. Okay, so TJ Rapp is the winner for the Watchtower 100. Congratulations. TJ.
Oh, Cornelius came in second.
Yeah.
It's a good poll. Real polling.
Second place we have Cornelius in case TJ Rapp doesn't say anything. And then last, I think Cornelius will say something unless he says no. Last is Mike Purr. So thanks a lot. We have to thank all of you guys, patrons, for the support you've been giving us. Like people have been praising the playmat we have, and it was with the help of the patrons that we got that playmat. I have this
microphone.
Really cool new microphone that the last 2 games, I think you can see that the sound changed, and we now have the opportunity to what? Oh,
Cornelius just said, "Oh, I can talk now."
I was saying we can now like start to look. We already have. We're going to start looking into what we might next invest to give you better games, better videos, and make sure because it's not really about filling our pockets with patron money. It's about giving you better content every time. Well, I mean, Luis is drinking wine. I don't know if that's what the patrons have paid him for.
It's not wine, you play.
I have a plan. Okay,
lining my pockets with.
While Luis moves us to the next question, I'm going to temporarily put up the banner again so David can go back to giving us some soothing ocean images.
Right, questions. Where were we? Best combo for Kenwith. Spell like a maybe would spell Kenwith. What are the best win cons for Kenwith? Well,
I think you have so much stuff there. I mean,
I think all the infinite mana win cons. I'll tell you a cool one. I think you can, if you have a Psych Outlet and a Darkside Extortionist, and enough artifacts, you can actually loop his reanimate ability. Like you can reanimate the Darkside, sack it to like some Psych Outlet, and then reanimate it again. Just keep. I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah, opponents would need 6 at least.
Yeah, that's not that hard, and it's a cool way to combo off.
It's been harder than you think. We've had a lot of Darkside decks that combo with Darkside, as long as people have X artifacts, and it's been. I've failed twice. I think Bal wanted to do that once with Barin on some deck, and he also couldn't go there. I'm not sure. I failed at least 2 times because there was not enough. It's harder than it looks.
A good win condition for Kenwith is also just playing Kenwith.
Yeah.
Putting counters on it and just start deck. Like most CDH decks are not equipped to deal with like a big creature. If you just even if you're placing a target removal like Path, which you should play more of, by the way. But even if you do, like it doesn't feel good to spend a Path of Exile on a commander on someone's command.
Yeah.
At least Swords. Most decks keep playing Chain of Vapor, and I think they went away from Swords, and depends on the colors, of course. But sometimes I've been playing recently plenty of Opus Thief on the LGS, and then I tried Kenrith Thieves stuff from Shaper, so it was quite a similar build. But I simply changed Chain of Vapor from Wear and Tear, and it had way more versatility.
Yeah.
and it kind of feels better, mostly because sometimes when you want to Chain of Vapor something that's stopping you from winning, that other person might also take out what you want to. For instance, imagine you are really tight on mana and you are going off with a, what's it called, enchantment, the red one, the red Yawgmoth wheel.
Underworld
Breach.
Underworld Breach, yeah. I've been loving actually Underworld Breach and Brain Freeze. So if you want to maybe take like a Grafdigger's Cage or stuff like that, you can just bounce your Underworld Breach, and then you might not win because you were really tight on mana. And I think this is just to say that I think people are really focused on the same kind of cards for CEDH, like the Chain of Vapor that fits almost every deck, but sometimes a different card might suit better your meta and have better results.
That's actually a good thing. Think twice before you put Chain of Vapor in a deck. It's a good card, but you have to think like some decks that are permanent based. It's actually very counterproductive to play Chain of Vapor in those decks.
Yeah, I've seen Lavinia decks. I've seen Lavinia decks, which is a stacks deck with Chain of Vapor, and it makes no sense to me. Like if you're playing stacks, it's really bad usually to give people access to a free bounce to remove something that I don't know. I mean, Lavinia counters free spells, but still.
Yeah, and play removal. Seedborn Muse is very good. People are loving playing mid-range green decks. So you need to play Path to Exile if you need to. It's good.
I mean, I've been playing. It's actually bad against. It's a bad card against Kenrith, ironically. But I've been playing Heartless Act a bit more on decks that don't have access to Assassin's Trophy, because it's a really versatile. It's better than Go for the Throat in some matchups, but Kenrith makes it bad, I guess. Yeah, I think you were going to say something, David. Yeah.
I wasn't.
Oh, okay. It was.
Paul gave up and left.
Something. Oh.
Yes.
Yeah, this is. I'm going to put up our image while Paul recovers from his.
Okay. Just let me quickly, guys. It's not wine. It's not wine. It's gin and tonic. Come on.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's not wine.
By the way, you were asking for the best.
It's,
we didn't really answer the question. Which was the best win cons? I think Kenrith is too versatile for us to narrow down. I think what you should always do is think. I think the best approach for Kenrith is think of two paths to winning that preferably complement each other, but are different zones. Like if you want to go for Consultation with Thassa's Oracle, which is ETB based and library based, the other win con you have should not be ETB based, so that your deck, being less versatile in terms of reactiveness, you can still go for maybe an Underworld Breach win con with Brain Freeze and Mill everyone, and you still have access to Thassa's Oracle to win. And because I've seen some people playing Kenrith like going only for his reanimated loops, for example, and imagine reanimated loops plus Underworld Breach, and then if you get Hate on the Grave really hard with Rest in Peace and then a Cage, it starts to become harder and harder for you to win. So if you have access to everything, to me you should look to the best combos for like LED and Auriok Salvagers. You should look for the best options and make sure that your alternative win con is in another zone and it's for another zone. That is my suggestion.
Yeah, that's a good way to think about a lot of things. Like even like for example your mana base. Make sure your whole mana base doesn't die to Curse Totem, and your whole mana base doesn't die
to a Pyroclasm, to a Collector Roof, or to a Collector Roof.
Yeah. Like hedge your bets. Yeah, Collector Roof. Yeah, hedge your bets. It's better to have like a different win con to go to than to need a removal spell to go for your normal win con.
And people,
because it's also more telegraphed.
I think people often underestimate land enchantments for ramp, and those are actually pretty decent, especially since the meta has a tendency to be more drawn out, and it gives space for Winter Orb tactics and all of that. Winter Orb is pretty weak against lands that give more than 1 mana, and it gets worse and worse. So even if you think, well, but Winter Orb wouldn't affect my dork. I mean, I can play Winter Orb in 1 turn and then Val on another turn, and you want to try and make sure that your mana base, if possible, some colors can't do it. Like Luis said, is spread across artifacts, creatures, and land enchantments or lands that ramp you.
Yeah. Moving on to the next question, Pedro, can you then share your centriples? Like what's that? UT3FCB, UTF8.
Oh man, it's from 2 years ago. I can try and make it because it wasn't a good list. It was basically a thieving list / lock list. I can try and remake something that's more adapted to today with Dranis Magistrate if you give me time and maybe play it on the channel. But I don't really have it right now. I didn't have lists until we started this channel, pretty much. I had a horrible habit of not having lists and taking 2 years to remake a list I had like last week.
We have two more questions.
Yeah. This one was from a while ago.
Sure.
Just give me a second.
Rui Miguel is asking what cards would we ban in the current state of the format, for example.
Okay.
So,
David?
Oh, and we have another one from King Blakes.
Right now, I don't think I would ban anything. I'd have to go to the unbanned list to see from memory what I
prime time.
I love. Let me see. It's Sylvan. What's his name?
Oh man, that card is really toxic for casual.
I had so much fun playing with it when it was there.
Yeah,
I had a great time. I had a great time with the Prophet of Grufix.
Okay.
I wouldn't ban them just because I had such a great time with them.
I don't think you'll ever be able to unban Sylvan Primordial just because it's so brutal for casual.
I think not. Yeah, I think it probably should just stay banned.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't unban Iona.
The question, bro. Question is, what would we ban?
Ban, yeah. Luis, what would you ban, Luis?
Well, I'm gonna
actually,
use a lot of...
both. Sorry, actually ban and unban.
Okay, I'm gonna weasel out of the question and say that I wouldn't really ban anything or unban anything because I don't really think that EDH is a really big format. It's like the most played way to play Magic right now. You need it's important to get everyone's opinions, and I don't think my experience playing EDH reflects that of most people. My perspective is skewed. If I could ban a card that affects me and my play group, I don't think Thassa's Oracle is healthy for the format. It's boring and it's really hard to interact with, especially for like Mono Green and stuff. So yeah, but honestly, we don't really have that problem because everyone in our channel tries to make new decks every week and stuff. So we don't actually see a lot of Oracle as a result. But I would imagine if you're always trying to win, it can get kind of stale because of that.
Kind of boring, yeah. What would you unban besides Prime Time?
Recurring Nightmare.
Oh yeah.
Card is sweet.
Griselbrand.
No, that's not even Amtons.
Yeah. Okay. Bal?
I guess I would ban Thassa's Oracle. There's plenty of. Maybe not plenty, but there's several answers to that. But I think people just keep making the same kind of lists around it. Lately people in the CDH community, I guess they are going to a more farm and grindy, mid-rangey meta, but I guess the thing is, my idea about banning and unbanning is a bit different, as I would prefer to have more constant bans and unbans, frequently bans and unbans, so the format would change and then we would see how some cards would be ban worthy or not. So I would ban Oracle for 6 months and then ban something else and then change again, stuff like that. But right now I'm kind of and then
I think our stream. Hang on. Our stream dropped.
Yeah, my Discord died. I don't know why. I'm gonna
Are we
okay.
live? On the chat?
Yeah, I just need to put the camera. Sorry, I don't know what happened. My Discord just crashed.
Discord was having problems.
Oh, okay.
Like 1 hour ago, I couldn't log into it.
Okay, because it
So-
just crashed. So Paul was saying about creating ban cycles to see how it affected the meta and what was healthy and what was not.
Yeah,
okay.
basically.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I would unban plenty of stuff, but mostly Paradox Engine, Iona. I think it was kind of dumb, and banned the Oracle.
Okay. As for me, I would also unban Paradox because I think it brought some legitimate options to colors that for some colors and decks that are dead pretty much right now, like Sisei, Shancha also got butchered. Like, I get why it was banned, but I don't necessarily agree with it. The same with Iona, especially because I love Iona. So that's my thing. Yeah, I love people not to play Magic. That's new. No one noticed that.
It's a weird thing to do.
As for banning, if I could ban, I might consider Thassa's Oracle for banning, or I could maybe look into banning the Forbidden Tutors instead and allowing Oracle. So so people could still win with Oracle, but would need to go, because even before Oracle, Jace was already becoming a bit problematic as a win con, just because even though it's more expensive, it's a harder type of permanent to react to once it hits the board. But Thassa's Oracle is even more problematic because her trigger goes to the stack and there's nothing you can do about that except kill it and Noxious Revival something and hope. And I would also consider, I know this is going to raise some eyebrows, but I seriously despise, and please don't be sad if you love him, but I seriously do not like Kenrith. I think Kenrith is... I think Kenrith came from a really bad design space where he just got slapped a bunch of effects that are relevant against whatever, pretty much. It's really hard to hate on him. And he does everything so well in my mind that it's kind of boring. Like when you compare,
Shulane and Carvolve also fit that category.
Yeah, they're almost there, but I think Kenrith does things a bit better. And I think my problem is when you put Kenrith side by side with the commanders that came with M21. The M21 didn't bring any busted commanders, but it brought fun and interesting design spaces, and design spaces that, if brought into a stronger level a little bit, could be worthy of playing in high tier. And then you see Kenrith, which has no effort in terms of design space. It's just a bunch of keywords slapped into a card that can do anything, and it has 3 ways of winning just by himself with infinite mana, and then he can win even more. And the things he does are really... He does things that Tassigor wishes he could do, in my opinion. Like Tassigor's returning something to the battlefield. Kenrith can reanimate stuff from other people's battlefield or your own that can disrupt other parties. What it gives you time. He can grow, he can draw cards. I just don't like him as a card. I think it's really it's lazy.
Too much.
Yeah, I think
it can win several ways. Can't protect against all the ways he can win.
I mean, you can kill him a bunch of times or be really annoying. Yeah, but that's not the sort of... I think he allows too many... I think he allows too much. That's pretty much it.
That also makes him quite versatile in like, you can build him in several ways.
Yeah.
I mean, you can build him just like combos for infinite mana as he is an outlet, or I've seen lists like from Mons from CDH TV. He had an interesting build with anti-ETB effects, plenty of Ashbringer effects, Torpor Orb effects, and they would abuse them with stuff that, like reanimating stuff that wouldn't you wouldn't have the drawbacks of those kind of cards.
You have a you
I
have a
mean-
you have a card that gives you infinite turns with that because it takes a turn when it enters the battlefield. And,
Exactly.
yeah, you can.
It was quite nice.
Yeah, the manta.
I was about to build that deck for one of our games once, but I don't know what happened then, and I think we were still on cockatrice, but maybe one of these days I'll put it up again. I'll build it up.
I'll be honest with you guys. I think you can build a stacks deck for Kenrith where your only plan is killing people with attacking with Kenrith and still have a successful Kenrith deck. Where you can have the stacks pieces. If they kill the stacks pieces, you can revive it. While you don't need to revive it, you just make Kenrith bigger and slap people in the face. So I think he can do any plan in my opinion because he's 5 colors and because he has access to too many tools.
Just to move on to the next question, because we've been spent some time just
Yeah,
on
yeah.
talking
Yeah.
about Kenrith.
I mean,
what are you-
maybe David didn't. Oh, did he?
oh, right,
already-
David didn't mention.
No, he said
Yeah,
he
talk
said
about
Ben,
Benjamin
he
Benz.
said Sylvan Primordial. Come on, guys.
Oh, okay, sure.
Oh, right, okay. So the next question is the best moment playing
I
EDH.
would oppose Tassa's Oracle being banned as well. So
Yeah.
just saying that.
What's
Go
the
ahead.
next question? Sorry.
So sorry, I didn't mean to talk over you. What's the best moment you had playing EDH? I can go first if I already have my answer. One of the very first times I played with these guys at our LGS, I killed someone with Tree of Perdition, and I don't
Really?
think it's better than that. Yeah, I think it was Fafa, you know.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh man, it felt good. So next,
PG-13.
I'm sorry, potty mouth. I'm sorry.
May I go next? Some of you, so maybe actually the person who asked this maybe knows already, but I had turn 0 Flash Hulk in one of our LGS tournaments, which was it was fun because I had a bunker's hand. I had land, Mox Diamond, Flash, and Hulk and DT or Vampiric Tutor, something like that. And I was going first, and the card I drew, it was Hulk. I didn't even put it into my hand to show like the judge and some people that were around like, are you seeing this? And I just slammed land, Mox Diamond, Flash Hulk, and was hoping no one had a Force of Will, and it hit the board and it was like that.
David?
Yeah, basic.
Yeah, go on.
Let me think. It was probably in the early years that I started playing Commander that I pulled a combo with Karametra, a very convoluted combo, but it involved Sun Titan and something else. It was like three cards. I can't remember the combo.
Safi maybe?
Some sack outlet for lands?
Was it like Sun Titan, Safi, and some years ago there was that kind of combo?
I can't remember. I had it was like a 4-card combo, and I pulled it out once, and it was I felt great, and I won because it was like I was only playing for like half a year, but I can't remember the combo right now. I'll Google it. So you can go ahead, Pedro. No, I'll eventually.
I mean, all my best times playing EDH, someone else suffered because of that. I don't know. I've had some really cool moments. Like one time I had this was at our LGS as well. I had a Rule of Law effect on the battlefield, and at the time our LGS played a lot of graveyard-based combos with Ulk and stuff. And someone was playing CDC, Food Chain CDC, and it also had Hermit lines. So he put all of his cards on the graveyard to win, and he cast Dread Return to reanimate at the time it was Labman. And in response, and there was a Rule of Law effect on the battlefield. So in response, I cast Ravenous Trap for 0, and I exiled his entire graveyard. He couldn't reanimate anything, and Then he tried to counterspell, and I was like, nope, that your spell return is on your it's red return, and then the guy died. It's a lot of those moments. Or Emrakul. I've already won games with Emrakul with other people's decks, which is
You stormed off with someone's deck once.
I stormed
don't
off with
remember
someone's
that.
Idris. I've won with a Tassigur from Bruno, who was on our channel as well. I've killed people with their own combos. I've killed Geleva with their own consultation lines. I've killed someone with Pact. I've cast a Chain of Vapor on a guy's entire permanence while sacrificing his own lands. I've done like that's why I really like Emrakul. Did you find the combo?
Luis?
No, I'm trying to.
I mean, I also have fun when Luis cast Doomsday.
No, we don't talk about
Yeah,
That's-
this was a great moment.
No, that's not a.
No, man. I mean, we can talk of each other's fails as well. I've had plenty of fails, but we had one moment
I never missed one.
where Luis casts Doomsday, and then he's making the pile, and he's shuffling, looking to his library, and then he makes the pile, shuffles, and then he does like a card draw spell, draws, and then says, I lost, and then he picks up his entire thing and goes away, and I'm like, what the fuck? What? Oh.
I don't think it was quite like that. I think I just conceded before I even drew, because I remember that game pretty well actually. I had exiled Gush to Necropotence and I forgot, and I couldn't do that pile without good.
Oh man. Or you doing well? There's a lot of stuff with you and with me as well.
Yeah, there is a lot of stuff. But
I mean-
there's also a lot of good moments, and
Yeah.
really good times.
I mean, I've also
So-
messed up. Like once I had when with Daretti the first time I played him. For some reason, I convinced myself that a Basalt Monolith plus a Mesmeric Orb would mill everyone, but it only milled me, and I had an Eldrazi. And I was trying to take people out of their suffering because I've been locking them with orb effects and Tangle Wire the entire game. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna end this game, and then I get the Mesmeric Orb, Basalt Monolith, and I said, and you're all gonna get milled. And people are like, no, only you get milled. I'm like, oh shit. And then I couldn't win the game. We all tied.
There was that time I was playing Eureka and you almost killed yourself with with an
Oh my god, yeah, on channel, yeah. Oh my god, I was so triggered. We've had some amazing fails. I think Bal has no sound. Okay, what's the next question?
I'm here, I guess.
Okay, we can go to the next question until David finds the combo, I think.
It was
Okay.
Sun Titan and a Gift of Immortality. I had a sack outlet, but I had something else that made me win the game. That's why I'm trying to remember what it was. But go ahead.
On Karamitra, I don't know. Do we have?
It should be something. I mean, usually it was Safi, Gift,
I didn't have
and
Safi.
Titan.
I didn't have Safi then.
Okay.
It was in my early years of Commander.
Could be a meal. Maybe it could be an Altar of Dementia that would meal everyone.
That's when you play a creature, you get lands.
Yeah.
Tapped. Maybe you had like an Emerald Bloom.
No, it was the sack outlet was Altar of Dementia.
Altar of Dementia, yeah.
Yeah. That was it. I remember now. It was Altar of Dimension, so I milled everybody. Yeah. And I was glad I pulled it off because I had no tutors in the deck, and it was a very long game. And I eventually draw the combo pieces, and it was my first time I comboed off. Usually I only won because I was hitting people with the big stuff.
Oh man, I just remember one of my favorite moments as well. Someone is about to win with Labman, and then I cast Sudden Spoiling. Back in the day when Labman was a thing, and the guy was like, "I'm gonna counter that." I'm like, "No, you're not. You're dead."
You'll see screw me over with that card once while I was playing you, son.
Yeah, Sudden Spoiling. It used to be good. Now it's not as good, unfortunately. Okay, next question.
I think we're out of questions now.
Oh, we are.
But we.
Are
still
there any questions on Discord? I don't know if you checked.
I don't think so.
If we're out of questions, I don't know if you guys want to talk about anything in particular or if we're wrapping it up.
Please, you guys check
I've
our
checked it.
Discord channel.
Yes, I've checked it.
Yeah,
I'm on my way to check it.
I can't open it.
Uh,
Does anyone know if TJ Rap has already claimed the prize?
so
I'll
We
just say
have
that
another question from King Leito. When did you guys start playing Magic?
Kaladesh.
Kaladesh, really? Wow. And you play like a suicidal veteran, okay.
Yeah, he's like, oh, I watch too much vintage online
Yeah.
and Cube, so I'm going like all in with the weird combos and lines and stuff like that.
You
But
start-
I like his
Yeah,
style.
no, I love it.
I have no idea what
You start in Kaladesh, but you have the soul of Urza's legacy. That's the
It's kind of how I am for life in general.
that's the
I was born in notes.
David?
I started before Return to Ravnica. I'm just trying to see when it was. Just give me a second to see what was the set before that.
Alara?
Yeah, I started.
Zendika?
I started playing in the Innistrad block.
Oh, Innistrad. Okay.
EDH started playing around Dark Ascension, something like that. So in 2012.
What about you, Bal?
The first contact I had with the game was with like those pre-construct decks from Scourge back 2000 and something, and then I had no one to play with, so I was just like playing Scourge. I mean those decks with myself. And then 2009, I was in the university when my girlfriend kind of reintroduced me to the game, and oh, I remember this when I was young, and I fell in love with the game again, and we started playing around Shards of Alara, and the standard was based on 10th edition.
Okay.
And I did play standard. Most people just know me from Commander, but I did play standard, and soon enough went on. When the first Commander decks came out, I started playing Commander.
Okay. My first contact with Magic was back when people were rich in my country for no reason. So I would buy packs of Tempest without even knowing what the hell I'm doing. I didn't know, like, I just liked the illustrations. I would pay money to buy random cards with illustrations, but I didn't play Magic. I started playing Standard in the first Mirrodin block, where I discovered my love for mono red and my tendencies to burn everything and kill every creature. And then I played Extended for a lot of time. I stopped playing around Lorwyn because I hated what they did with creatures. Suddenly all creatures were super good, and I hated that because I was used to frying the creatures, and now the creatures fought back. And then I only got back to Magic a lot. Like I was still getting cards, but I only got to Magic like with my boyfriend. I think the second Ravnica set or something like that. And then I played Standard for a bunch of times, got bored. Standard was always like dominated by the same decks or the same types of decks, and discovered Commander around the partner Commander.
The very first time I played Magic was when I was 10 years old on a birthday party that a friend of mine had. And there were two guys playing Magic. I didn't know what it is, and I went there and looked, and it was strange cards, and they probably said, "Oh, it's Magic Gathering." And I said, "That looks boring," and I played with the cards a bit, and said, "No, this is not for me. I'll go play football."
Well, I mean,
You play football?
You're saying
Some decades later, I never played football, and I'm playing Magic right now.
yeah. You're saying when you were 10 years old, but we only see a carp, so you could be 12 years old, and we don't know.
Yeah, true. Now it's a carp, but in a few moments probably will appear a whale, and it's probably 60 years old.
A Mystic Remora.
Yeah.
That also
I started playing Magic.
you have that windowed the stream. I don't know what you did of it, but there's a frame.
Yeah, it's not.
Yeah, it's framed. I don't know why.
It's jumped out for some reason.
Yeah.
It's okay now.
Okay, we're back to seeing you in your full glory.
Yeah, thank you.
We have another one from King Glade. What was your first commander?
It was Cedrus, the
Treasure King.
traitorous king. I think it's his name. It's the Grixis from
Alara.
Alara book.
Yeah.
Because it.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
A friend of mine had like a box of cards and said, "I don't play with this. Take it." And so it was like, "Yes, I'm going to build my first commander deck." And I was searching for his in his box, and he had one legendary creature, and it was Cedrus. And it was like, "Yeah, okay, I can play cards from the graveyards. It's cool." But it never amounted to anything. And eventually, I built Karametra because it was the two colors that Cedrus didn't have, so I would have only 2 commander decks. And eventually I had lots more.
My first commander was Marisol the Pretender, with which I killed someone with pretty precision with.
Oh my god, that deck. Oh my god,
Yeah.
I hated that deck.
It was my first deck. I got there all by myself, and it's great.
I hated that deck.
just-
I'm just gonna say I hated that deck because it killed one person, and it was. I had to fight so hard for it not to be me. It's like, please, I'm cute. Come on.
Yeah.
I know girls. I know women.
It was probably because I was like I started playing Magic mostly because I was in Hearthstone Exile, which I think a lot of people were at that time. And activated abilities. Oh my god, that's amazing! Hearthstone doesn't have that, so I'll just take the commander that does that. And it's an awesome commander. It was really cool.
My first commander. Okay.
Go.
Okay, my first commander.
Go ahead.
Was Idris. Because I thought commander was dumb, and I decided to pay money to try it out, even though I was convinced I was gonna hate it. I didn't hate it. And after Idris, I played a lovely commander, a friendly commander that everyone loves called Rurik Thar. And that's when lands started to go away.
Back then, when Commander appeared as constructed decks with the first Kalia and wedges or shards, wedges actually, there was a pre-release tournament, and a big friend of mine from Lisbon, living in Lisbon now, shout out to Pedro Coelho if he's there, he helped me out to build the Kemba Ka Regent, the cat with the artifacts, equipment, kind of equipment tribal, and I went there with plenty of swords, and it was quite a nice match. After that, I bought Kalia, of course, and then I didn't have most of the cards from Kemba, so I started building my very first one, that was Darien. I really loved White Weenie and used to play White Weenie in Standard, so Darien was like the perfect thing for me, and it was themed only soldiers. No other creature type would be allowed in that deck. Right now, you might have seen Darien with different kind of creatures there, but yeah, that was it.
You're the kind of guy I had 3 Pyroclasms on my deck for. On my extended deck.
Maybe, yeah. We had a few more questions here, trying to find out. We are all from Portugal. Belif Zuil Albiet. Not sure if you're French or something else. Sorry if I'm pronouncing wrong.
It's Bailiff.
First commander.
I was just joking. I can't even open. If I open the stream.
Why is our favorite card type, and why is it lands? Well, yes, it's lands, of course, and it's because you make your land drops. It feels great, and there's just something cathartic about making your land drops.
and
it's also very hard. yeah, it's also a very hard type of permanent to interact with. So it's nice.
You can tap them to have mana, to play spells. It's pretty cool. I recommend the lands.
Oh, it's your favorite permanent?
I recommend playing 30 lands in your deck. It's good.
I play 30. I play 29. Sorry.
It's healthy. 29. That's like you need like.
I like how you
need cantrips to justify 29. I think. Like Xerox.
I just like how you said that lands are hard to interact with. I'm like, oh, it's a cataclysm.
Always keep one handy just in case.
I will blow your lands away.
Shout out to Gonzalo at LGS, who's the type of guy who really likes lands, and you can, if you like, oh, I don't have a Splendor Commission, he has one in his pocket, literally. Like, I literally need a Splendor Commission, and he just had it on him. That's a real lands player. That's the type of person I want to be.
He does own the. You guys might have seen the deck. I mean, the video where he played
Titania.
Titania. His deck is quite nice.
By the way, you just realized. I think you guys realized that I can't say Titania. I always say Titania or something weird. I hate it. Well, I mean, my favorite card type is not lands, so.
Oh yes. It's what? Sorry?
It's not lands.
You hate them.
I think this question isn't for you then.
Yeah, this question is not for me, guys. I think my favorite card type is Planeswalkers because I'm a teamy at heart. I just like Planeswalkers. And I think my favorite thing about Planeswalkers is how they are often... they used to be more overlooked at our LGS, but now if I'm at the table with Baal will remind everyone that I have a Planeswalker. They're like, no, it doesn't do anything. Come on, stop it.
People are like, okay, I play this in pass, and are you not attacking the Planeswalker?
Like,
oh yeah, I have a creature, and he has a plane. Oh yeah, of course.
Like, no, but come on, what does it do? Just read the Planeswalker.
Yeah, this is the format for refugees who don't like to play standard with all Planeswalkers. They don't like having to attack.
I just like Planeswalkers a lot because my stacks deck usually makes casting spells awkward for everyone, and Planeswalkers break parity. And there are some Planeswalkers that win the game outright if no one does anything.
Yeah, but in my mind, creatures are meant to go face. Like it doesn't feel good. So
yeah. Oh man, attack me, please. Attack me with a Patron.
Face.
Yeah, attack me. Not the Planeswalker. What did he do?
We have 2 more questions from Caliph. What's your favorite combos? And another one after.
David, favorite combos?
What are your favorite combos? Yeah, so I guess Luis is... how do you say? Anna is doing stuff with his hands, and I'm kind of tired in my head. So go ahead.
I have opinions on lots of combos. And, did you guys know there's a new Discord called the Commander Spellbook where they index each combo possible in each color combination?
Yeah,
and it's amazing.
I've seen the website, not the Discord.
It's really good, and it's a great resource. My favorite, man, Gitrog is just, it's art. You can't just put it into words. That's probably one of the more beautiful ones.
But Gitrog is not a combo. Come on.
Sorry, what?
Gitrog is not a combo.
You're right. It's a way of life. But from there, like lots of combos appear. There's also 1,000 Year Storm, which is just it's great being able to come off with cards that you want to play anyway. I love bolting people 9 times in the face and winning. I haven't done that a lot in Commander, but it's very good. Win with Frantic Search and remand your Frantic Search. It's great. There's Tushar loops in mono white, which are very cool. Yawgmoth has won me some games recently.
Oh man, Apatra and Yawgmoth is so disgusting.
Or
You've
just
left your Yawgmoth here.
Yeah, oh my god.
Is that where it is? I was okay.
Yeah.
I was being in to be
by the way.
Okay. Yeah, Yawgmoth is a great combo engine.
Should be around here.
I think those are like the most prominent ones that I dig right now. Yeah.
David, any combos?
Not any particular. No. I like comboing with my Locust God. Usually with the Impact Tremors or milling everybody. But right now I'm only comboing with Muldrotha going infinite with the Peregrine Drake and Deadeye Navigator. Just those, I guess. Unless you remember one that I'm not remembering right now, Val.
Peregrine Drake, is that like Toxic Extortionist for boomers? What is that for?
For non-red players, come on. I guess it's.
I mean, if you're not playing red, you're playing black. You get your Praetor's Grasp to go to the guy playing red and take his Oxide.
Now you're thinking with portals.
Yeah.
For example.
Go ahead,
I
Paul.
thought you were going to.
Oh no.
Sure.
Go ahead.
I thought the vid was going to say something about Keenan combos because he
I
fell in love with Keenan.
On paper, I had lots of fun with him on playing on Cockatrice. I haven't played with it yet on paper, so I can't say I had fun with it yet. I'm looking forward to it, so eventually you'll know.
So I don't remember like any specific combo I like. I mean, I love playing Joyra, but it's not like a combo. It's not deterministic. But I like when I'm when I'm digging for it. I mean, like
Traditional Storm.
Yeah, Stormy.
yeah, Sensei top, casting, putting in the top, stuff like that. And I fell in love with Brain Freeze and Underworld Breach recently. I was like, everyone was putting Wheel of Fortune and Lead and stuff like that. But when Underworld Breach came to the scene, I'm like, what is it? And I started seeing the lines and I was like, oh, okay, this is quite nice. So I guess for right now it would be my favorite combo.
I just want to you didn't go, Peter. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't like any traditional combo in particular. I don't really care. Like if I'm building a deck, I will look into the combos that win in those colors and possibly pick them up. But I don't have any love for them. I love janky combos. I love stuff that is more work than it should be, but it works. Like I like Rakdos with the statue when Perforos, or just rack those piles where I can win with Cloudstone Curio and bounce into Eldrazi's. I like really stupid stuff. I like the Maze of Ith combos that I've been playing on Omnath, where you attack with a double land untapper, and then you tap it with Maze of Ith and you make infinite mana, and Omnath gives you that mana. I like combos that are not traditional, that people might not see coming and aren't necessarily good, but they're different, I guess. I'm a if David is the boomer, I'm the hipster, I guess. And I like just doing stupid stuff that people don't expect. I like the Solemnity Zur I played. I really like that because it was just so completely unnecessary. Like I could chop that in half and have a more efficient deck, but at the same time it's just so fun to go there. And I love Storm. I love hate decks, but I also love Storm decks. Like Jeskai Ascendancy lines to me are super cool.
I'm just gonna I just addendum like something that I saw from Cobblepot's Twitter today. He went on a Goblin free. Goblin Engineer getting Umbral Mantle and tapping Goblin Engineer getting Cloudstone Curio. There's that Goblin from that really old set. That's the Mog Catcher.
Yeah, no, Mockacher is not a goblin, but he gets you a goblin.
He gets a goblin into play to get Toxic Extortionist, and then you can combo with Aggravated Assault, going to combat, copying Kikijiki. So this is a whole thing. Like it's not a combo, but it's like you take these cards and you do like the the Always Sunny from Philadelphia thing where you, like with the lines you draw. It's like
I like those. I like those lines. I like lines where every piece has a place in the deck, even if it's not. Like you can argue that Dramatic Reversal has some space in some decks, but at the end of the day, you don't feel very good about casting Dramatic Reversal, like oftentimes. And I like combos where the cards aren't. People might not even look at the card and think this is a combo piece, and then suddenly I'm doing the thing, and people are dying. Like, there we go. That's basically it.
We had a question back up there that was interesting, although the answers might not be, but I'm not sure about you. So
What do you mean?
it was about. I mean, so Pelif Zuil Robier. I'm sorry again if I'm pronouncing it wrong. Did you guys ever consider to play block constructed commander? So I'll go ahead and say I'm not sure what that is, and I haven't. So if I don't know, I haven't considered. But maybe you.
Block constructed used to be a thing where you played, like, for example, only cards from Amonkhet.
Yeah, but how is commander? How can you do it in commander?
You would just play, like, for example, you're playing Amonkhet
Like
constructed, you
everything?
play Hapatra. And that's it.
Oh, like okay. So
You can-
block constructed, but then
Every card needs to be
kind
legal.
of brawl, right? It's kind of brawl because you have a limited
Card pool, yeah.
card pool, right?
I would argue it's worse than Brawl because you have
Yeah, probably. No,
it
maybe not. Go ahead. Sorry.
you would have way less cards in a
In the card pool.
constructed than the Brawl, because the Brawl should be like it's a standard EDH, something like that, right?
Yes. On the other hand,
Constructed would be only like 2 or 3 sets.
yeah.
Okay,
Play,
my fiance is showing up on camera, on feed. Wow, come on, this is a professional space.
Hello.
Go away. This is a professional space. So the question is, if we do it, I think we could do it for a monthly special. I don't. The idea itself.
On the other hand, other than so kind of going against David's opinion is Brawl allows you to have planeswalkers, so block constructor might not allow you that, so maybe not so bad as Brawl. I mean, not worse than Brawl.
I just think that I just think that there are blocks that are inherently more broken than other blocks, and that might make things like if you're picking a block with Phyrexian mana, you might have more broken stuff to do than, just tossing it out there.
Maybe.
Actually, thinking Commander of Phyrexian Man is pretty tame.
Well, not necessarily. I mean, pretty tame, but then you also have to consider that we're playing with block restrictions, so you might have better things.
Is it like each person can pick a block? No, you're all playing the same block, right?
Oh, is it the
It
same
should
block?
be.
Oh, if it's the same block, then okay.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I pick Urza's Saga.
That was
Again, Gaia's Cradle.
It seems fair. Come on, it's fair. Yeah, we could do that as a monthly theme for our next. Like, we can subject it to the patrons to vote, and we can make the patrons vote. Well, there's more ideas out there. Come on, we have some cool ideas for thematic plays already, and we could go for that one. Next question.
I think we're
caught up.
I guess if you're going block constructed, you would go without ban cards because they would be. I mean, it's only that block.
I don't want to go
for
Grizzle
Urza's
Brands.
Saga.
Let's all pick for Grizzle Brands. Woo.
No, the thing is, if you're going block constructed, you gotta think that you can have access to Grizzlebrand, but no Dark Ritual, no Entomb, no Reanimate, no stuff like that. So it's not like you're breaking the format. If you're having the card, you have access to the cards, but not all the other good ones that would make that card broken. I mean.
Yeah, still. I mean, we could all go for braids and have fun. 4 braids on the table. Woo!
Yeah.
Sacrifice 4. No, I have no real opinion. We could try it as a monthly special, but I don't have like a really strong opinion on it. I think my thing is I usually don't like to restrict myself too much in Commander. I think what I like about Commander is having the freedom to do whatever I want.
Yeah, I remember when I started playing Magic again. I was starting like mostly everyone else. I mean, nowadays it might be different because of Arena and how cards are accessible in internet, but I had like a bunch of starter decks, and I was building the decks with the few cards I had, and it was like a singleton deck because I didn't have. It's a starter deck. I had 2 terrors, or I bought a second terror because it was great removal for me, but it was like a singleton deck. And I used to play with my girlfriend, and she had like a starter deck as well, and it was like singleton stuff with really low power level. And when she realized how standard was, that was like 4 offs of the best cards, and she couldn't do that singleton stuff that she would do. She lost interest in Magic mostly, and at some point I kind of lost as well. But then I found White Weenie, and I liked it. But that singleton stuff of Magic was kept in me. So when I found Commander that I could play singleton with all of those weird stuff and make weird interactions, it was like, for me, that is what Magic was in the beginning. So for me, Commander is the purest form of Magic because it's singleton, and you should have no limits, although there's banned cards, but it's singleton, and it's not, well, it's still pay to win, of course, but you don't need to have 4 offs, and you can do anything. And yeah, so
I don't think it's pay to win.
When nowadays people start playing, they might not experience that because they start right on Arena with 4 of decks and stuff like that, or they go ahead and ask their friends, what should I want to start, what should I do? They give him a deck with 4 offs and standard legal, and they will have already that first experience of 4 off decks, I guess. So I guess my experience was a bit different because of that, so maybe my idea of Magic and Commander is different because of that as well. So that kind of deters me from playing, as Pedro was saying, playing Commander or similar formats that have more boundaries, more like constructed format. I just play Brawl in Arena because it's the easiest. It's the closest I can to
Commander.
On-demand Commander, but it's not Commander. But other than that, I also don't like Brawl because it has boundaries.
I'm just gonna say this: you don't like boundaries, but you also don't want to have the hybrid mana to be freer. How dare you? Wow. Yeah. Wow.
Like,
how could you?
Can I introduce you to our Lord and Savior, the Vintage Cube from Magic Online?
Vintage Cube.
Because that's like literally what you want. And it is like the best way to play Magic. That's not particularly arguable.
I mean, I don't want to make I don't want to make the hybrid mana a discussion.
We'll talk about this later.
Yeah, I don't want to make hybrid mana a discussion. I just wanted to tease you because
thoughts on Sensei's top. He's just trying to get us to go long. Like, we've already been talking for an hour. We're not going to talk about it. I'm not going to make him talk about an hour about Sensei's top.
Thoughts on Sensei's
so
top.
Extensions I can. We already have a video out with Unguards. So
we only have the commanders. We never played with unset cards. I think unset cards just they're kind of annoying I think they're annoying to get. We could look at that as a special as well, but there are some things that I think are really easy to abuse from the unsets. So I don't know if it's kind of hard to make unset fun. Like, even when we started building unset, and I think it should be out there, I actually went out and said, well, we're doing unset, but there's these commanders that I don't think we should play because they're really not fun to play. Like Richard Garfield, Spike, which is so I think. I think that we have to. Sorry, my fiance was asking about the ferrets. I think we might have to have a ban list, or just go for it and maybe have really fast games. I don't know. We could look into it, but it's kind of a can of worms, in my opinion.
Necro-Impotence is a very good card.
Necro-Impotence. I mean, you have that one that steals phases from people, and you can steal you can steal their begin phase and you steal their draw, their untap, and their something else, and it's just so stupid. And I think it's when you blink something or whatever, and you can just abuse it really hard, and be, I don't know. It's just it's very degenerate. Or you can play a fling commander and tutor for the guy that has infinite power and just fling him at a guy like Brian Stoutarm. Infinite Elemental, I think that's the name of the guy. That's not degenerate, but it's kind of... Are you looking for more questions? Or are we done? I think we've had a long stream.
Yeah, I just asked the chat if they had any more questions. Otherwise, we could make another giveaway and wrap it up.
Yeah. So we've had some Patreon.
Pet card. We've answered that already.
Yeah, pet cards we've done.
Pay attention, Jesus.
Wow,
he was not here. I guess.
So rude.
I know.
He was
so rude. No, you can see our pet cards earlier on. I'll give some time for more questions. I just want to say that we've had some suggestions from patrons, and we might start doing a monthly thing. We'll check that, but it would be, we wanted to try and interact more with the community, so we've made this lovely interface, and we might use this for further interaction, either podcasts or maybe a month in review for the channel or something like that. The idea would be to involve someone from the community, maybe a patron at random, something like the Rakdos deck tech that I've promised 2 months ago. I don't know when that will be. The Rakdos deck tech is on super delay because a new set came out, and then some personal issues really got me back on the channel, and that's why it's not out yet, although I've started it. And aside from that, we've had some requests for more videos on the channel, but I think we'll remain with the one game per week for now, just because it's more practical. And it's kind of tiring even for us to... I think because we try to show different stuff a lot of the time, it can become really exhausting on our side to research a new deck every week that's different. And you could argue, oh, but there are still some top tier decks that you could show. But I don't really enjoy most top tiers deck personally, because I feel like they're missing cards to me, namely interaction. Most of them are missing interaction, and someone drops a hate piece and I'm like, okay, I have 2 cards in my entire library that deals with this, and I don't like being pushed into a corner by a single card. So that cuts me off of several decks usually, and then Luis likes his types of decks. Bal and David also likes their type of decks, and it can be really exhausting to start putting up 2 videos every week. And if we start repeating, then I don't know, I think it might lose some allure to you guys as well. So we will look towards other types of content. We'll look towards making better content as usual, and we'll just strive to really give you guys the best entertainment that we can, really. I don't know if any question dropped. If not, we can wrap it up.
So anyway, don't go away right just now, because we will have another giveaway.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
There's also that.
Just so, David, are you there? Or have you fell asleep with Shade Soon from Almerin?
I'd just like to hear your podcast as well.
Well, I mean, if you spend 10 minutes with me and Pedro, you already get a podcast when you start arguing. So,
Yeah. Like even when
ask a provocative question.
Yeah.
And
Just let me know, Pedro, that...
yeah, it's working. Oh, wait. Okay, it's working. Yeah. Like when we get in the car, me and Luis, sometimes we get lost going towards Bal's house, because we just start talking about random card interaction, and I forget that Luis does not know the way to Bal's house by heart, and then I lose sight of where we are, and then we're kind of,
Yeah, and then we start driving in places in Port where you can't drive.
Yeah,
That's also fun.
I don't think that's ever happened. I mean, I remember you doing.
It did recently.
Oh yeah!
Yeah, well, Porto is like a terrible city to drive to. It's like, who even made this?
It was my fault. I told him he could go there. Oops.
So I guess I have everyone here. I do hope so. So
Yeah.
we will be having a special random giveaway. One of these Hangar Back Walker
I think I have one here as well.
welcome back cards
Yeah.
that we will be randomly giving to one of you that participated in the chat tonight.
Am I eligible?
No, you haven't participated in the chat.
I've been the most participated in the chat.
I don't see here your name. So just to check, I will be.
Yeah, it's the Mecha.
The
What's his name? Mecha Godzilla? I don't know. I have him somewhere.
Mechagodzilla
I have
Battle
it.
Fortress.
I think my camera shows it a little bit better. So it's the Mecha Godzilla Angerback Walker that Paul has, which was also given by our LGS. Once again,
special
Arena
shout out to Arena Porto.
Yeah.
From all the sponsorship this Game Genic Watchtower 100 that will be. So it was
TJ Rap.
Yeah, who won it, and and this a nice card that you will be winning as well. So David, do you have the list?
I do.
Do you want to do a double check if there's anyone missing?
I'm doing it right now.
Okay, nice. So basically, David will do another random with all the names I've seen that... okay, so Rozavig, another one that you can...
We have a question?
Luckily just add, and then it will be it. Rozavig. And that will be... Oh, David Lopes also participated in the chat.
No, David is not eligible.
No.
And basically the person, so some of these people might not be live already, unfortunately. We will do the same as the other ones. So we will have two or three people, and the one that wins, we will try to contact them and we'll have a few days for them to give us an address, and we will ship it to them. So the lucky winner. If the first person doesn't answer in a few days, we will have the second one and then the third one to give it away. Give it away now. Head out.
Can I randomize?
That was tone deaf, come on.
Sure.
Boomer music. Luis is like, I don't know Red Hot Chili Peppers. What the hell is that?
Of course I do.
Boomer. Were you alive?
The first musician
I
I've
saw
heard.
them live like 2 years ago.
The first musician I've ever heard of is Kesha. Come on.
I don't know who she is.
Oh, okay. Luis does.
Luis does.
I'm gonna stop because he's killing me with his eyes, and the next time I play a dork with a Patra, he's gonna kill it again.
For sure.
Okay, let's
It will be the
randomize.
right play. It's not because I don't value card draw.
I'll randomize.
No, I think we have different points of view on that, and they're gonna be different. So, Rozavig was the one who won the last one.
What do you mean?
Yeah, Rozavig was the last one who gave us the input, and he's the one who got it.
Oh, lucky him.
Yeah.
I don't know if Rozavig is on Discord or if there's a way to find them somewhere. So Rozavig, if you can join us on Discord, and let's hope that. Imagine if you have like 10 people claiming to be Rozavig over a Hangerback Walker.
We'll do that, guys, please.
Yeah, we'll try to get Rozavig. If not, it's KR Eddie. If not, Georgios, I know, is on our channel. So we'll see if we can get Rozavig to give us their address for the Angerback Walker, the special one. I don't know if you have any more questions. If not, we can thank everyone.
Wrap this up.
Yeah. I'm shaving my shoulder for no reason. Are there any more questions? Going 5. Come on, roll me performance.
I think we're done here.
Okay, then we have to thank everyone for really helping us grow since January and giving us your support. And we'll, as I said, we'll strive to really do better and give you guys the best content that we can. And hopefully we'll meet each other again through one of either a stream or something else. And in the meantime, keep giving us your ideas, your suggestions, your requests. We'll pick up, we'll look at them and we'll try to pick up the most we can. And I think that's it for me. I don't know if you guys have final words for the stream.
I'm sorry.
Watching us.
Yeah, so Josevic will come here from Setúbal to beat us.
Okay.
Please be our guest.
Yeah.
And maybe you can also appear in one of our videos. So, and I think for me, thank you all for coming. Thanks Arena Portal for the goodies for the sponsorship. And
Say hi to Pedro's ferret there.
They're not
Yeah.
here. Oh, okay, fine. There you go. You get to see a ferret. Yeah. She's like, what the fuck?
Deu-lhe um peido no focinho.
Okay, and yeah, I can feel it. You were thanking Arena Port as well? Oh, maybe.
yeah, that's it. Luis, do you wanna go ahead? I mean, say anything?
Stay safe.
Stay safe, yeah. Oh, also, that's one of the things that we want to tell you guys. Like, you might see our photos at times with the guests, but we've actually been socially distancing and we've been taking care of ourselves really well. So we've been playing together, but we've been very careful still in our personal lives and everything else. So if you're from a country, namely the US, where that's not possible yet, push forward to keep yourself safe, keep your family safe, and you'll get to play with other people eventually. Like
2 meters.
Yeah.
Wash hands.
Don't drink Corona, the beer.
Yeah, and meters, not like feet or whatever. Come on,
Yeah.
I have like plenty of time to fucking get this right.
PG-13.
Yeah, we can say those words, but well, we can filter them later. David, last words?
Yeah, just thank you for listening to us right now, for watching our videos, and we hope to see you soon.
Okay, thank you all, guys. I'm going to stop the stream now, and keep getting our Discord, keep keeping our Discord active and pushing us to do better. Goodbye and good night.